Hmm. Okay, we should be live now. Let's get the Baileys out of the way. Okay, well, we'll see. This might be the worst possible time to have done this, in which case we will learn for the future. Anybody here? Oh, okay, hello. Miss Space Cadet Football Vlogs, the Dawn in London. Hey, okay, we'll see how this works in terms of time. Not many of us know. Damn, I'm at work. Hello, everyone. We may have a very valuable learning lesson today. Shout me out. Football Vlogs, how's it going? Good evening. Yes, it's early evening. Still beautiful out here. The Baileys in the back is good. Okay, so can you give New Zealand a wee shout out? Ben Donkers. New Zealand, what time is it there now? It's got to be tomorrow morning? Ridiculous. Good afternoon. So let's see who's here. Football Vlogs. Miss Cadet, the Dawn in London. Football Vlogs. Whiskey Throttle. Damn, I'm at work. Ridiculous. Dawn in London. Phantom Fee. Football Vlogs. Ben Donkers again. You might hear some noise in the background. Javon McNeil. Tacos and Gold Chains. What are you doing on this channel? Question mark. That's for me. Tacos and Chains. Do you mean in terms of branding and life mission, or do you just mean like right now, what are we doing on this channel? Some of us work for a living. Yes, whiskey. That means that some of us get paid for a living, which is good for you. It's 10:30 here in London, 9:31 a.m. in New Zealand, I guess. Amazing. So I guess we'll get started. I like my glasses. Yeah, these are my regular glasses. They're not bad. Like, what is the content you make on this channel? Tacos and Gold Chains. So I have a few themes on the channel, one of which, let me just tilt this down here. One of which is weekly law vlogs on Thursdays. One of which is Montreal Mondays on Mondays. And then I have fishing Fridays, or I do a lot of fishing GoPro stuff, and trying to tinker with having something of a more routine schedule, clear branding and that sort of thing. But I think I am struggling with actually what to do with the channel above and beyond just putting up random vlogs on a daily basis, which I've been doing for a couple of years now. So that's the question. This is the thing I've been struggling with now is some themes seem to get consistently more views. Some videos, the random ones, get tons of views, and other ones that I put hours of work into get no views. And it's a discouraging sort of soul-crushing exercise to say, what do I want to do with the channel? And is the theme or built around me as a person not necessarily enough to actually generate a meaningful following? So let's get here like with the channel. Okay, so we see Nitram says, hola, que paso? Not much. How you doing? Your content is good from Football Vlogs. I love it. Here's the thing. Good content versus great content. The internal struggle I have is that I don't feel that the content is good when people are not enjoying, well, when people are not viewing it, like putting in hours of work, and where you think if it's good, the people will come. And I'm not sure that that's actually the case with YouTube, and I'm not sure how to get the people to come, but that's what I'm trying to figure out. I love your law vlogs. You need a chat show. See, I'd love to do a chat show, and I'd love to do interviews, but I have to sort of work myself to a threshold where I carry some leverage and some negotiating power to get people to interview. Jones says, looking for your Thursday law vlog tomorrow. It's going to be touching on the Serena Williams, how to deal with judges, how lawyers have to deal with judges. It is a good one. I'm just tinkering with some last minute details to maybe shorten it and get out some repetitive content. Looking forward to that. That's DSLR Dave. Hey, Dave, just arrived from work. DSLR Dave, by the way, for everybody who's watching now. Yeah, we're at 31 people. That's not terrible. DSLR Dave is the guy who does the thumbnails for me. He's amazing. So if you need thumbnails, and he does good work. So contact him if you're in the industry. Tom and Will, going to get my question in while it's quiet. Any news on the ratio of subscribers to views? I'm feeling the same. I have over 4,000 subs and only getting 300 max views. Help. You know, I read somewhere that it's like, 1.5 to 3% consistent viewership per subscriber amount is normal. I don't know if that varies from Instagram to Twitter to Facebook to YouTube. But you could take some of the big guys who get, hold on, just get the dog up here. There we go. You could take some of the big guys like Casey, and you can just figure out what they get typically on a view based on their aggregate number of subscribers. And they're getting 10%, and they are the cream of the crop, the top of the top. So 3% maybe is not all that outlandish. Any advice for future lawyers? This is from Omar Yaya. Any advice for future lawyers, especially me, even though I live in the States? Get ready to grow some callus on your soul. Let me just get this dog out of here. Oh, the law. I mean, everything has the same sort of formula. You work hard, and you don't necessarily get the results that you want because some of it is a crapshoot, some of it is random. You leave it in the judge's hands. You can work harder than anyone in the world, and a judge doesn't see it that way. You're going to have to get used to that sort of soul-crushing results, which is not necessarily correlative or representative of the amount of effort you put into it, but that's sort of the same with any job. Let me see if I missed a question here. Well done meeting Casey. Yeah. Oh, so this is from the Dawn in London. Okay, yeah, whatever. It says, what do you think of the ramifications of the EU passing Article 11 and 13? Okay, so I'm not totally in depth down with this. I understand YouTube opposes Article 13, but basically sort of implements the equivalent of an Article 13 by taking down or copyright striking copyrighted material, even if it's like borderline fair use. It's sort of the strike down and then contest later. The reason why YouTube doesn't like Article 13 is because they can now potentially be held personally liable if they don't take something down. So above and beyond living by what they've been doing, Article 13 would sort of put the burden on them financially that they can be held liable if they don't do it properly. So that's why the big companies like platforms like YouTube don't like it, from what I understand. Obviously, there's a balance. The more government regulation you get with anything doesn't make it better. It just makes it more complicated. It makes it more ambiguous. And not to get too conspiratory in theories, but it's not obvious that the government represents by and large the individuals. They have lobbyists who are lobbying hard for these types of things, and you have to ask yourself why. Dawn in London says, well done meeting Casey. I've been driving to create because of Casey. How did it feel knowing he didn't really acknowledge your amazing viral video after the Patreon video? I mean, I was expecting it. It's not, these people are on different realms in terms of like the amount of emails, the amount of people reaching out to them. It's what it is. I mean, you can't expect anything more. You have to know someone who knows someone to make sure that he actually acknowledges your existence. But then, even then, my neurotic part says maybe he does know who I am, but my content is actually so uninteresting or unrefined or average that it does no good for him to even associate himself with it or look like he's endorsing subpar YouTube content creation. That's the neurotic part. But in reality, the guy gets 1,000 shout outs a day. He's not going to be able to even remember everybody who does it. Clickbait seems the easiest way to grow. This is from Phantom Faye, who says clickbait is the easiest way to grow. Yeah, clickbait to get people in, but you still have to have compelling content. Compelling editing. The thing that I'm finding is discouraging is that sort of the style of the popular stuff all sort of seems the same, where it doesn't seem like there's much room or interest in the say modest stylistically, but more profound content-wise in terms of YouTube creation, YouTube content. But it's what it is. You can't tell people what they like. People are going to like what they like, and you'll either adapt to that, work towards it, or live with the consequences of being stubborn and trying to do what you're doing because you believe in what you're doing. Clickbait is the easiest thing. Yeah, let's see here. I got to go. Code Ocker says, I got to go. Love your content. Bye. Thank you. Cade. Sorry. Thank you, Cade. The Dawn in London says, oh yeah, Space Cadet says, hi, Barney. Dawn in London says, I tend to get more views than what my amount of subs are, which can also be just as annoying. I think the views per video depend on what's in the news and what people are looking up that particular day. One way to get people looking at your videos is to make things that are relevant to what's going on in the news. Sorry, that was the dog. What's going on in the news or what's going on in the world. Or just to establish such a dedicated base that people come to watch your videos regardless of what's going on in the news. And you can think of, not to mention the name of the most obvious, but whoever's in the hashtag no small creator, Cody gets ridiculous engagement for subscriber base, like almost 10% in a day. Because regardless of what's happening in the news, people are following him and they love his videos and they'll watch it regardless. I got to go. Hey there from Brandon Never. Brandon, how you doing? Elon Musk is running naked in the streets. That's Jared P. Okay, D. DeVore says, oh, Haven Dazoo says hi. I'm recognizing a lot of these names here. D. DeVore says, hey, Viva. Are all law schools created equal? There is a lower tier school in my city, but I have heard mixed reviews. Will people look down on my JD if it doesn't come from a more commonly known school? It's tough. Yes and no. The paper on which something is written is sometimes carries with it a certain face value, like a Harvard law degree, which may not necessarily be any better than a Laval University law degree, which is what I got. At the end of the day, though, it really is what you do with your law degree. One might get you more a foot in the door than others just because it says Harvard on the top, or it says an Ivy League university on top versus a state university. But that's nothing that you can't get around by getting your foot in the door through more creative or alternative networking means, and then blowing people away with your actual personality and your actual results. Elon Musk is, yeah, that Elon Musk interview with Joe Rogan was amazing. I was going to do a body language analysis of that interview. Let me just turn the, now whatever. I was going to do a body language interview of Elon Musk, but there's so little body language interview. The only thing that's going on are like wheels turning on in his head. You know, between the moment a question is asked and before he gives an answer, there is a clear, thoughtful, meticulous thought process that goes into every answer he gave. It was amazing to watch. Okay, then Tony James Show says, with all of your hard work here on YouTube, what are your future plans moving forward with the channel? That's the struggle that I'm having right now. And in the last week, more so just in terms of motivation and creativity, I don't know. I think the channel has to be more branded along certain lines, which might mean not posting a vlog every day, but rather having specific themes Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or whatever. I just think that the way it looks is that a channel that's all over the place, the people who come from Montreal Mondays get turned off or uninterested in the Law Vlog Thursdays. The people who like Law Vlog Thursdays don't necessarily like a cooking Saturday or a fishing Friday. So, and I've been trying to frame it around me as a personality, but I may not be eccentric enough or outlandish enough or quirky enough to actually command or generate interest around me as an individual, and in which case it has to be maybe me as an individual coupled with a specific topic that people know what they're going to get when they sign on to the channel. We got Dozy's Reppin says, the legend live. Well, I hope so. Okay, I think I may have been a little bit Whiskey thought of, who cares if he knows you? Just do you. Whiskey thought of that you can do you, but and I agree, and I don't really care. It's just you do you, but at some point, you know, there has to be exponential growth. It has to become sustainable. Otherwise, you can do you until you sort of suffocate financially. That is always the push and the pull is do you, but if do you doesn't allow you to become autonomous, then you have to actually say, what do I have to do in order to survive? I may have missed a lot of questions, so I just skip to the end here. If I skip right now, the last thing I see is, nah, man, you're good. Don't worry about it. Juice? Yeah. Oh, come here. You want to see people on the internet? Look at this. Whoa. You can't see them, but everybody in the world now can see you. Okay, go get mom. Go get mom. Oh, hi-yo. Go, get juice, get juice. Go, go, go. He's down. He's down. Okay, you're good. You're good. Marin. Marin. He's fallen and he can't get up. Okay, sorry about that. I love, so Salad Von Baco says, I love all things the channel does. Thank you. This is also the reality of where the channel's been going, is the more vloggy the channel gets, like the more they become systematic vlogs, which is what I've been doing since Cincinnati, the less licensable the videos are. So, you know, no, we may you want to sit on my lap? Okay. So the more vloggy the videos get, the less licensable the videos get, which is now you can build the channel, and I've been building, like, you know, on average 40, 50 subscribers a day, but then you lose the revenue that you can get from licensing viral videos. So that's the push and pull of even branding is, you know, if I do this for a year, and I'm sure I'm going to try to do it for as long as I can, the channel will become branded. And what's going on there, boys? I'll let him do it. Okay, the channel will have a brand, and, you know, it'll turn into a show, maybe something like Between Two Ferns, or an interview show, and then you have to figure out how do you compensate for the loss in revenue that you have now lost from viral videos with the branding and what you're doing now, which is you have to go into sponsorships or you have to go into collaborations, and yeah, that's it. What YouTuber? Okay, this is Benia Shigiev says, what YouTubers do you draw inspiration from? Do you try to base your style on anyone else or make it your own? No, I mean, I obviously, Cody Wanner's editing skills for a daily vlog are amazing. But then you get to the issue, like, I don't want to just copy editing styles, and I don't just want it to be slick editing for the sake of slick editing. Plus, it takes a heck of a lot of time. Casey, I like the way Casey marries sometimes opinion with irrelevant stuff, with tourist stuff, with interviews with big celebrities and big, important, influential people. I love that style. I love that format. It's not a video a day, so there's a lot more freedom in terms of what can be done. And, I may end up having to go that way, but we'll see. Marc-Antoine Metto says, imperturbable, tu sembles toujours positif. No, I am always positive, even if I'm a little discouraged, because you keep plugging away through the days where you spend 6 hours editing a video and it gets 300 views, and you say, like, was it crap? Is it not reaching anybody? You plug through those days, and then you say you're positive, you're healthy, you feel good, and you know that as discouraged as you are one day, you're going to be just as encouraged another. So you just have to plug through it. Frag Muffin says, in Serbia, ever mentioned in Canadian news, and do you have any opinions about the country? I would not venture an opinion about a country on a whole. I'm not sure that that's the type of thing you can have an opinion on a country. I would love to travel there at one point in time. I'd love to travel throughout Eastern Europe, but we'll see if that's possible. Now I'm trying to think of where Serbia is actually on the map and whether or not I've just embarrassed myself, but we'll deal with that later. Frag Muffin, we got that. Rich Quack says, when me and my fiance discovered you, we binge watched your whole channel for a straight week. Now we watch you every day. So this is the question, Rich. Am I flooding the market with my videos, and should I actually just slow down to give people time to process them? Or is even an uninteresting cooking video better than not posting in a day? That's the question that I'm not sure what the subscribers think. And on the flip side, I'm just not sure if I'm overwhelming subscribers. Like a 10-minute video a day is just too much to watch. But you can tell me in the answers here. I got a kid's coming back in here. What about product placement and sponsor stuff? 0 Hour TV. Yeah. Product placement. I mean, that's the thing. You have to have a threshold. You have to have a significant enough following that. You have to have a significant enough following that you have the leverage to be able to sell yourself to these brands. 1,000 views on a video in a week. When I went to Cincinnati, and I'm running into these channels that are getting 1 million views on a video in a week, your leverage power is totally different. So you have to get to the position where then you can use your leverage to get brand deals, which would generate more interesting content, which would grow your base even bigger. This is sort of the snowball effect that has to happen. And I'm getting there. I mean, the curve is going up like this. It's just going up very slowly. So like I need to condense that graph. Okay, hold on a second. The Tony James Show says, I did 100 days daily vlogging, and it truly is hard work beyond belief when doing it and trying to live your life. What have you done is incredible. So do what you feel is the right thing to do. I'm going to have to at some point. I mean, I'm going to have to. I couldn't not create. The only question is just, what is the overall goal with the channel, and where do I want to be in 5 years? In Cincinnati, one of the things they said is, where do you want to be in 3 to 5 years, and start positioning yourself to get there now, because it's going to take that long to get there. Abu Wail says, what do you do on your channel? Cooking, fishing, law vlog Thursdays, Montreal Mondays, explore the city, interview people, meet people, play with electronic toys, and explore the world. If you could go back in time and tell yourself 20 years old, oh, here's Haven Dejou says, if you could go back in time and tell your 20-year-old self 3 things, what would you say? I would say, I would obviously, it's an unfair question. I would learn YouTube from day one. I would have, I don't know, it's a tough thing. I'd say do what you love. Maybe do high school science so you could have been a vet instead of a lawyer. Family bobbleheads. Okay, Rich Quack says, no, not at all. To be honest with you, it baffles my mind. You're not insanely huge yet. You're hilarious, great personality. Okay, now, Thank you, Rich Kwok. This is another thing that I struggle with is positive encouragement is good. The question I have is sometimes I'm a sort of my harshest critic, and I do wonder sometimes if I do. And it's not that I doubt the positive feedback. I have this reflex of thinking that like constructive criticism is more realistic than the positive feedback. Because check out these dogs here. Okay, they're there. Oh, how you doing? In my cynical mind, I think that the constructive criticism is more honest feedback than the encouragement. But I do appreciate the encouragement. I just, at some point, the problem is, it's like my dad always says, salary and money is not important, except to the extent that it's the only way that people actually can have objective value from the work that they do. And we'll call it currency. On YouTube, the currency is views, and not just the views actually, but like the good views, the entertained views. That's the currency. And so the encouragement makes me feel good. But the discouragement or the discouraging aspect comes when the currency is not there to compensate for the effort. And I see the currency being like engagement, thumbs up, people viewing it, people getting something out of my videos. And I know there's a lot. Yes? Street. Marion, he wants Sesame Street. No. Street, then mom's going to come. Okay, so let me see if I missed a question. Stop using such damn big words from Lee Johnson. No Life Soccer Fan says, what's going to be your next video? Tomorrow, Law Vlog Thursday, we're going to be touching on Serena Williams and the analogy between fighting with refs in the court and fighting with judges in the courtroom. It's a good one. It's a good one. Tune in for it. And those law vlogs are also interesting because they get traction because they necessarily, sorry about the noise, they necessarily deal with contemporary issues. So people are looking up these words anyhow, and it gives it sort of not just an organic growth, but rather a trending or a search word growth, which it's fun. It's a good way of marrying what I know, what I've done for the last 15 years with what I've been doing for the last 4 on YouTube. Okay, so let's hear. A Joe, Viva Fry. Driving and jumping in here and smash a like. Sorry, no negative feedback. It's that. Don't worry about it, Joe. And and met good people. The No Small Creators forum is a good forum. There's a lot of people who are busting it to create daily vlogs. Is Mila here?
Mila's here.
Oh, we have someone coming in for the live stream. Make sure she knows it is live. And then Benia Shagiv says, "I'm shocked you've been doing a video a day for as long as you have. Being a father, what did you decide to become? What did you decide to become so dedicated? Are there no days where you just want to pick it? Is there no days where I don't want to pick up a camera? There's no days where I don't want to pick up a camera. There are some days when I'm just too tired. And I have like a buffer. I have a few videos that I can just edit if I'm too tired to shoot. But it's become an obsession, or let's call it an addiction. And the thing is, addictions, 0 Hour TV, super chat, thank you very much. I'm going to get to that question in a second. There's an addiction and it's an obsession. And then the question is, I've always asked myself, like, when does an addiction become harmful versus helpful? Because people can be addicted to jogging, people can be addicted to bad things and good things. And even being addicted to jogging can lead to problems if you just don't stop when your knees are starting to wear down. So it's an obsession, it's an addiction. I think it's still been a healthy one, but it has to stay a healthy one. Now, 0 Hour TV. Oh, don't worry, I got it. See, I am from Islam. Do you injure Islam? Okay, I'm not sure what that means, but hello from wherever you are. You're gonna hear some dogs fighting. What's your favorite kind of video to make? Cooking, fishing. You know what? Check it out. Okay, the law vlogs. The law vlogs have actually gotten me very happy to make because I get to do a lot of research for these issues and I get to learn things that I didn't actually know. But fishing, the mayhem begins. Fishing are definitely my favorites just because when I'm on the kayak, it's the quietest 3 hours of my week, year, month. Let's see here. Okay, so we got Ymu says, hello, Mr. Fry. Hello, Fry from Ymu. No Life Soccer Fan. You're probably the best father to your children, especially how you explore the world and how you go about things. Thank you very much. I mean, I try. Being a parent is never easy, and I think overall I'm doing my best. Great video, yes. Oh, Nick Fam TV says great video yesterday, Mila. This
thanks.
is a silver dollar from British Columbia, the year after they stopped making the actual silver dollars out of silver, I think. So we got A. Joe says, hi, Mila. Family bobbleheads. We can do family bobbleheads. Says, oh.
Wait, what's family bobbleheads?
I can't. Here, go get this to mom. Go get this to mom.
No.
Okay.
No.
You want to sit on my lap?
No.
Come here. Let's see if this works. Okay, Marion,
Take the
put on The Simpsons. Okay. We may have to. Okay, we'll go for another 15 minutes here. Hi, your wife seems amazing. My wife is amazing. Is mom amazing?
Yeah.
Okay, objectively. Okay, so No Life Soccer Fan says, my favorite video is the piano one where your dogs are barking. Well, that doesn't narrow it down enough. I need to know which one. Frag Muffin says, what's your opinion on esports?
What's esports?
Do you mean gambling or sports on a computer?
Wait.
Someone needs a nap. It's 6 o'clock. That dude needs to eat dinner and go to bed. We're gonna see it.
It's 6 o'clock?
It's 6 o'clock.
I thought it was 5:30. Doesn't practice end at 5:30?
Yeah, you were here later. Sports on a computer. Well, that's not really sports, Frag Muffin. That would be video games.
Wait.
We all
There's
like
this game that's like a kayaking game. It's called Whitewater.
So
it's on Scratch. That's like a thing. Okay, we do it at school, and
take it too long.
It's so cool.
Okay, Amanda Moore says, what is the Boston conference? We were in Boston, my wife and I, for our anniversary weekend, and it's called the Hypergrowth Drift Conference. It's basically like a day of TED Talks. They had some great speakers. They had Ali Reisman, Casey Neistat.
Wait, is it TED Talks or Pep Talks?
No, TED Talks. It's a brand.
Okay.
They had a guy named Grant Cardone whose presentation was a little crass for the crowd, and the Drift organizers apologized for some of the content because it could have easily, understandably, offended a lot of people. Some of the jokes might have been more suitable for a late night stand-up show than for a marketing conference. Hold on, who else? Amy Morin, a psychologist, was amazing. Jacko Wilnicki, he's a Navy SEAL, amazing, inspirational talks. It was a great conference.
I have a question. In your country, exists gambling on streets or betting agencies?
No, what do they call them? Like the guys who do the card things on the streets. Not in Montreal or Quebec. In Paris, I noticed a lot. No, we don't have them here. Okay, so hold on. Leon Dale says, what is this stream? And please say my name and tell me more about your YouTube life. So this is Leanne Dale. My YouTube life, you might have to go back to the first live stream, but I am a lawyer. I'm still a lawyer. I'm just not doing litigation anymore. 10 years, and I got into YouTube in 2014 with one viral video, and then 2016, after I said I was going to take a long vacation from law, started posting a video a day starting in California on a 3-week road trip. And incidentally, we're doing another road trip in November, similar to the one we did in 2016, where I'm going to revisit a lot of the stuff we visited in 2016. So it's going to be an epic series of videos, so stay tuned for that. Okay, we got Virgie.
Frag Muffins, you did Scratch the first year of high school or something like that?
Where's Frag Muffin?
Yeah, it's up there.
You did Frag Muffin. That feeling when kids in Montreal are doing Scratch at the age of, I did. Okay, I don't know what that means. I was confused by things. We got Baruch Sabel says, there must be more to the bike thing. What do you think? Oh, I'm not sure if I'm in on this conversation. Rachel Rawson says, can I get a quick update on what I have been missing via Viva? Yeah, Rachel Rawson is another person I met through the hashtag No Small Creator movement. And I got distracted one earlier because she Facebook messaged me and then I didn't get to answer her question, but I will later. Rachel, you didn't say anything. We're just talking about the channel and talking probably too fast for some people. Okay, when am I coming to the UK? I had my opportunity for a wedding, but I don't think I'm going to be going to Europe anytime in the near future. It's not feasible traveling with kids. I would go to Iceland. That I could probably make an exception for.
Hawaii.
Uloma says, do our kids speak French? Ils parlent français? Très bien.
Oui.
Okay, then Benia Shigiv has something. It says,
Ivrit
shel Mila. It's good. It's good enough. Okay, Amanda Moore says, how long did you see Casey for, Viva? All of 5 seconds. Whatever you saw in the video was longer than I saw him for because I did a slow motion part. It was nice. If it was a meet and greet that you had to sign up for well in advance, and I didn't sign up for it because I have a moral objection to meet and greets because I do think that they treat celebrities like circus animals. where everyone comes, hey, look, let's get a picture next to the celebrity like it's a gazelle or something. So I wasn't signed up. I stood in line, and when I saw the line was moving quickly, my wife said, you know, you'd be stupid not to do it. You're already here. Just go do it and you know, suck up your pride and shake his hand and say hi and get a selfie with him, which I did, and it was great.
I wish I could get
he genuinely seems like a nice person. I don't know him personally, but he genuinely was nice to everybody who was in there.
If I got a selfie, that would be so cool.
Yes. Smash a like is a Joe Phantom Face says, will you make a UK flag cake just because I asked you to? When is it? Well, I have to do it for an occasion.
What's UK Day?
United Kingdom flag.
When is UK Day?
Oh, well, when is Britain's independence? Well, I don't know. When is the Britain's annual holiday? Might have to look that up. Casey might have recognized this from Tout Motard, all bikers. That's French for anybody. Tout Motard says, Casey might have recognized the best dad ever t-shirt. I'm an idiot. I brought the shorts with me. I had the shorts there. Yeah. Abdul Rahman Abdullah says, amazing channel. I just saw it. Okay, thank you very much. St. George's Day. Okay, you get out of here. Let's see it. Oh my gosh, she just tripped on the dog. What is favorite European country? I don't say those types of things. I don't have any favorite on favorite. Every country is beautiful, and every country has its problems. My favorite country, my favorite city, yep, it's Canada and Montreal. He's fine. The dog's fine. What do I use to make my thumbnails? So the new era mindset. It's more who do I use? DSLR Dave. He's a graphic artist for a living. Dave is a very common name. He's a graphic artist, and he contacted me and said, you know, he wanted to help, and he's been helping me.
Why are you charging your phone at 89%?
I make sure my phone always is 100%. So who do I use? DSLR Dave. He's not just amazing technically. He's an artist, and it's like night and day. It's magnificent. It's amazing. Okay, let's see. Rachel Rawson says, I'm still jealous of you meeting Casey. Yeah, it's fun. It's fun. It's like a notch in the belt. You could say it's like you met celebrities. But I don't like treating people like they're objects, not for amusement, but rather like notches on a belt. But what's a notch on a belt? It's like when you accomplish something, but by that something you mean you've accomplished a human, you've met a celebrity, and you got a selfie. But anyways, it's the nature of the beast. It's what it is. I would have sat down and had a cup of coffee with him, but you know, that's not something that was realistic. 0 Hour TV says, I love every single episode of what you do. You should do the videos you love most. Merchandise does okay. So I have a channel which I've been meaning to make the video of Mila and I and my wife and whoever else has a visual eye generating our merch, because I have an account with it's called represent.com, and it's like it's risk-free merch production. You can sell by the shirt. I just haven't done it. Like these are the types of things that I just haven't gotten around to doing, and it kills me because it's just not enough time in the day. But it's coming. Yes.
It's there. CSEA.
Where are you?
Says, do you think aliens exist? And kinda. Not like those aliens like the blob.
Do I believe that aliens? It is no question that aliens exist to the extent that like you have microscopic life forms on meteorites and on other planets. No question. The question is there intelligent life like there is on Earth? It would be a statistical anomaly if there weren't. It's just. You want to have your minds blown, guys? There are theories that we live in a universe that is expanding, and eventually it's going
smaller.
No, right now it's expanding. Oh. There's the theory of the multiverse, which is there are imagine a pot of boiling water, and every bubble that boils off the bottom is a universe. It expands, and there's just an infinite amount of universes continually coming in and out of existence, and they can never contact.
How far does the universe go?
All the way.
Yeah, but till when?
Where are we?
Like, is there a square and then there's just black?
Okay, so the Tony James. So this has been great to see you live, but need to head off now. It's bedtime in the UK. Absolutely, Tony James.
What time is it? Wait, Tony James, before you go, what time is it?
It's 11 o'clock. If it's not midnight. Okay, so let's see. Who are you citing? Who am I citing for the multiverse? I forget whom. I have to Google it.
It's
11:04.
Oh my god.
11 in the UK. So Shane McNamara, meeting Casey was amazing, just because it's fun to actually see in person someone that you've only seen through a screen. It's surreal in a way, just because you can almost lose sight of the fact that they are just a human by looking at them through this.
This is a really weird question, but I know why there are little like.
I don't even know why there's ridges on the outside.
Yeah, but I know why.
Okay, hold on. We'll talk about it afterwards. Same thing with watching you. No, it is amazing. I'm much short. No one's ever going to look at me in real life and say, you're taller than I thought you were. They're going to say the exact opposite. Where did you learn your video editing skills, self-taught, or have you taken classes? I don't consider that I have any meaningful video editing skills, but they are self-taught. I mean, when I first started, I was using Movie Maker on my PC. And it's, I've just been learning the tricks from videos and like the spin out and all these sort of things. I've been learning that from watching videos.
Is it just me or did it just go darker?
0 Hour says, sell me a shirt, sell me a book, sell me anything. I'll keep it coming. This is 0 Hour TV's trademark. Keep it coming caps. I love seeing it. It's a funny thing. You get to. Abdul Ram says, "Do you like my glasses? These are the best." No, I won't take them off. I look weird without my glasses, but they're very nice glasses. No.
Please.
What city are you guys from? Pierre, the hype beast. We're from Montreal, born and raised. On the playground is where we spend most of our days. Let's see who gets that one. That's
in a weird way.
It's the introduction from The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. What job do you think is the best job in the world from C? The one you love and the one that pays for the lifestyle that you want. I remember, I forget who said it, but someone told me, said, the best job in the world is the one that you love and that satisfies your expectations for lifestyle. You can't ask for anything more than that. Why is Civ Pro so hard? This is from Bill Semble. I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
Amanda Moore says, trying to keep up. Okay, Rachel Watson says, it's okay, Viva. I'm a short arse too, so you make me feel better. I'm 5'5.5". Like I can hide in a crowd. It's fantastic.
Wait, I can barely go anywhere. I can barely.
Oh, Civ Pro. Okay, civil procedure. Bill, what jurisdiction are you in? And that you're in Quebec if you're talking civil procedure, right?
I can barely go on any rides at La Ronde.
Oh yeah, Mila couldn't get on any rides at La Ronde. I'm tall enough to get on the rides at La Ronde. Yeah, I'm 5'5.5" on a good day. Amanda Moore is 5'8". Bill Semble's in. So WA is Washington, right? I would say, Dan, you're shorter than me. Vince Land says, yep. I make up for it in spirit what I lack in stature. Yeah, procedure is it's a pain in the neck. I mean, it's a pain in the neck, but the one thing you should always take consolation. The law is supposed to be, procedure is supposed to be the servant of the law and not its master. So
do you think future cars will fly?
This is
future.
Well, if they're flying already, see, it's just a question of whether or not they're going to be commercially viable there.
Oh, yeah, planes.
You look tall in your vids. That's only because I'm compared to a child, Amanda. Compared to a child who can't get on roller coasters, I'm a monster. Have you thought about starting your own law firm? What would you specialize in favor law? So, D. DeVore, I started my own law firm when Mila was born.
It was called Freiheit.
It was called Freiheit Legal, and I specialized in commercial litigation. And I did it for we had a good firm. Eventually we got up to like 4 or 5 lawyers, a paralegal, and then I wound down the litigation side. So now I just do like off the odd corporate work for people. But I'm selling myself short, pun intended.
Sorry if I missed the video where you explain this, but what does Viva Frei mean?
It's a derivative. It just means live free. It's a derivative of my last name, which is Freiheit, which literally means freedom, and Viva, which I know means live or life in some languages.
You only told me that like last time we did this.
Hold on. So Vince Land says, do you understand the kinds of laws that would have to be put in place for flying cars? Well, this is the thing about the question about delivering packages by drone. I'm still, I'm convinced that the technology is never going to get there. Not because of the technology, but because of the logistics. There's just, the dogs are playing with a bone. The logistics are going to be such that I don't think it's ever going to be commercially viable, even if there is commercial examples of it now. But we'll see what happens. Vergie says, do I believe in ghosts?
No.
It depends.
Depends. Like
FAA won't, this is sectorious. It says FAA won't allow it. Nick Pham says, as your channel grows, do you get annoyed with explaining things over and over about your life? No, I mean, I love it. I just worry that other people get annoyed because it's the same questions that people who've been following me for a while know. But no, it's nice talking to people, even though, there's, who here has seen the movie I Heart Huckabees?
I want to see it, even though I don't know what's
there's a little bit of mature content, so we might have to wait. Anyway, it's a great movie. Watch it, because there's the part about the existential crisis where the main characters have existential crises because they realize that their lives have come down to reciting the 3 most monumental moments of their life, and they've become sort of caricatures of those moments. I don't mind talking about myself because it allows me to talk about like everything, so I don't get stuck on reciting the same the one big case or the one big event in my life.
Wait. In your daily life, do you prefer to speak English or French?
Well, we're English. I prefer to speak French just so that I can not get rusty in French. So when I can and have the opportunity, I do force myself to speak French.
I try.
You're learning it. You're good.
Like when someone asks me something in French, I'll try to answer it in French.
Oh, so we see a bunch of people haven't seen it. If you have not seen I Heart Huckabees, it's a totally bizarre movie, but it's fantastic. I must have seen it 10 times. I Heart Huckabees. Tu parles français? Pierre de Hyperbis, bien sûr. Okay, this is C is going to sleep in his country. And we'll cut this in a bit, 10 or 15, maybe 10 minutes. But go to your country. See, have a good night. See you on the interwebs. Now, so this is the question, guys. When I put up a video, do you all get notifications of the videos? And you ready? 1, 2, 3. There we go. And do those notifications go on or off? What do you want? I don't even know what you want. Do you want to go upside down? Okay. Do those notifications go off periodically for no good reason? Okay, he's gonna fall. He's gonna fall. Let's put him down here. I'm gonna put you down right here. Okay, I'll put you down on that. Okay. We want more Viva. Zero. Oh, this food. Go get mom. Go. She's got something for you. Go, run. Give her this. She absolutely needs that right now for dinner. Okay, fine. That may not work. I can do. I was going to do movie reviews as well, but I can't watch movies for obvious reasons. We barely can get a few hours in with everything we've been doing. Hectoria says, have you noticed a change in your click-through and interactions made with my videos since with the thumbnails? I haven't looked since. I was going to give it a good month. Here, dude, take this and give it to mom. Take this and give it to mom.
No.
Okay, yeah, go give it to her. Go, she needs it.
No.
I haven't looked yet at the. I noticed I've been getting like a decent amount of traction per video now. I have the bell so I get notified. That's Nick Fam. Okay, cool. Yeah, Nick Fam is the first one in on the videos, among the first to watch, comment. Thank you very much, Nick Fam. Nick Fam's also got a great channel. If anybody doesn't know who Nick Fam TV is, he's got a great family story in there. I could do a legal show reviews, lawsuits. Phantom Faces. Yeah, we've been doing that. That's sort of like what Law Vlog Thursday is. Sorry about the noise, guys. I think the 5:30 time slot might have been among the least convenient for us. 0 Hour TV says, I have the bell too. Yep, thank you. Abdul Rahman says, you have nice kids. They're touch wood. They're great kids. And then Dev Yates says, you are awesome, by the way. Thank you very much. So that's it. That's where we're at. Boston was, okay, so Boston, let's get back to that. Boston was amazing. The video that discouraged me was the Boston Tea Party video, which I thought was great. I thought was historical. I thought would resonate with Americans. Hey, I don't know how it works. It gets out in YouTube verse, and then it's like it just dies. It's like a dead fish in the water, and like nobody's looking for it. It sinks to the bottom.
We should probably end. Everybody's going to bed.
Yeah, we're gonna end in 2 minutes. Law Vlog is great to me.
It's only 6:13 here.
E-word. I enjoy those vids. Awesome. Thank you. Yeah, we're not losing the Law Vlogs. The only question is going to be, do I go towards a Philip DeFranco type format? But that requires a lot of research. I can't half butt it, as we say, and talk about things that I don't know about.
Ooh, it's midnight. Where Pierre.
Any Florida trips planned? D. DeVore. Any Florida trips planned?
What's that?
Are we going to Florida?
We're going to California.
We're going to California. We'll see. Okay. Me Teflon says, watching while washing dishes. LOL. This is my only comment because of wet hands. You need to get Siri dictated, and then you can just like push a button with your elbow and then say whatever you want.
Or take your shirt and go blah 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 blah. Smiley face.
Abdul Rahman says, my name is awkward because I'm Arabic. It's not awkward at all. I just have to be able to pronounce it, and then I'm read it properly, and then I can. It's Abdul Rahman. Abu Wail. Good night, Viva and genius daughter, Bill Semble. Okay. All right, guys. I think that unfortunately is going to be it. Yeah, come here. You want to say goodbye to the people on the internet?
Say bye.
This is hi. He can't see you, so he doesn't know there's people out there. Everyone, thank you very much. We'll do this again. We're going to do a live video every 2 weeks. Well, we are still going to do it every 2 weeks. So I think it's come to an end now.
Oh, poor Dan sees he got here too late.
Oh, Dan Seitz. I know Dave Seitz. Okay, so we're out of here. Everybody,
Okay, okay.
peace out. Now I'm going to do the thing again where
Peace.
you cover it and I'm going to end it. So that way,
Peace.
oh, peace. And stream. And then I have to click to confirm end, not yet. Okay, we're out. See you guys later.